Right. Welcome to tonight's webinar on leveling up your life with the power of numerology. I'm so excited to share all the juicy info that I've learned about and just become obsessed with. So we'll go ahead and get started. I would say give us about an hour for this. It might be more, it might be a little less, depending on how much I talk. So go ahead and get cozy and get a drink. I'm here with my peppermint tea, and we'll get started in just a moment. Okay. So this webinar is all about leveling up your life using the power of numerology. Now, what do I mean when I say level up your life? So I mean being your absolute best, coming into your highest power. I mean going after your dream career, being the best wife, mother, lover that you can be, just finding your highest vibrational self and going after that. And what is numerology? So, numerology is similar to astrology in that it is, hold on one second, my slides are, there we go. And that it is a form of divination. So everything in the universe is dependent on numbers. And when we break everything down to the most basic form, it comes down to numbers. So with numerology, like astrology, we can learn basic information about ourselves, insights about your personality. Just like with astrology, how your sun sign tells you your core personality, values, and likes and dislikes. With numerology, we can discover more meaningful insight into the world and ourselves. So, in numerology, there is a life path number, there is a heart's desires number, and an expression number. So today we're solely focusing on the life path number, and the other numbers I won't get into tonight, but they're really interesting and juicy too. So what is the life path number and how to calculate it? I'll go into what it means and how to level up your life by finding your life path number. So your life path number tells you your natural spiritual gifts and abilities based on your birth date. Like astrology, your life path number will help expand on your identity, your strengths, weaknesses, talents, abilities, certain experience and why they have occurred in the past, why certain things will or what could occur in the future, and even why certain people come in and out of your life. Astrology and numerology go hand in hand, but today we are just focusing on the life path number in numerology and what it means for you specifically. So I am a life path number 9, and I'll show you how to calculate your own life path number in just a few moments. And I'll go into more detail on what a life path number 9 is. But by discovering my life path number, it has really changed my life and helped me discover my purpose at a time when I was feeling really lost and kind of just scraping by in life. So I will show you how finding your life path number and your natural spiritual gifts and abilities can help you rebirth and level up in your own life. So discovering that I'm a life path 9, I've learned that I am an old soul and I tend to be an unconventional person. Earlier in my life, I struggled with feeling like I don't belong anywhere, like I was different from other people, and I didn't really know why. Knowing that I'm a life path number 9 has sort of helped to explain this. It has also helped increase my intuition, and I trust my gut now as I learned that I have a lot of wisdom and a lot of spiritual wisdom, which has increased my overall confidence. I've also discovered that I am naturally gifted with creativity. As a life path 9, we tend to be tortured artists, which has inspired me to turn my pain and suffering into art. This comes out in my poetry, and I am publishing my first poetry book later on this year, which is something I would have never done before discovering this about myself. As a 9, I am also not content unless I'm helping out other people. I feel like I need to have an impact in this world that's bigger than myself. And this has really helped me to go full force into my business, my yoga business. And my 10-year goal is to open a retreat to help women who've gone through domestic violence and sexual abuse through yoga and meditation. And so I'm doing things like yoga, tantra, kundalini, energy healing, and even this webinar to help share my knowledge and spiritual gifts with the world. I want to inspire and heal as many people as I possibly can. I am ultra passionate about empowering women to find their voices and to heal from past events in their life that may be holding them back. As a life path 9, I know that I've lived all the other life path numbers up to this life. So I'm a very old soul, and I have that knowledge and ability to make my dreams happen once I set my mind to something. So I went on a bit of a tangent there. But finding my life path number has really helped me rediscover my life's purpose at a time I was feeling lost and unmotivated and really sort of depressed with my life. So for me as a 9, I know I want more out of life than just success for myself and material wealth. I truly want to make an impact and leave the world a better place after I'm gone. And that is absolutely what inspires me to jump out of bed each day. So if you're feeling lost and wondering what your purpose in life is, this webinar is definitely for you. Because I want to guide you toward your life's purpose and help you level up the way that I have and find your natural spiritual gifts and abilities and how you can use them to pursue your passion. So you are jumping out of bed each day, ready to take on your dreams and goals. Now, if you're someone who doesn't believe in numerology or any of this stuff, you might as well log out of this meeting now. But if you are open to it, and I assume if you're here, you do believe in this stuff, it's super empowering to learn. Before we dive into it, I want to do a little meditation together so we can release the stress of the day and be fully present and centered together. So let's begin by slowly closing the eyes, inhaling through the nose and a slow, gentle exhale out the mouth. Let's do this a few more times together. Inhale deeply all the way to the hips, filling your body up with air like a balloon. And audibly exhale out, letting what sound naturally comes out just happen. Let's do this a couple more times, releasing any tension that may be lingering from your day. Another deep inhale, completely filling up. And shaking it out a little bit, releasing that stress of the day. Releasing, leaving the eyes closed. I want you to envision us all of us attending this webinar together in circle, that's connecting us because we are all leveling up together. We are all going after our dreams, starting businesses that can impact the collective this year, artists that can inspire the world. Imagine the wave that all of your stories and messages could create for the collective. I want you to know that you have the power within you, each one of you, to make your dreams a reality. You absolutely do, 100%. You're capable of a life of financial freedom, pleasure, abundance, luxury, impact, and influence. This is absolutely available and possible for you. You just need to believe it is so and receive guidance toward the path that is meant for you, destined to you from birth, from a power higher than we can comprehend. Life and responsibilities can get in the way of that. But what I want you to take from this webinar is to come back into your radiance, your wisdom, your strength, your power, and influence. You are capable of so much more than you know. You have that infinite power to create a reality you desire for yourself because you have the same energy today that exists in Shakti. The creative force lives within you. Shakti is creation, and she lives within your being. You can create any reality that you desire within yourself. Envisioning ourselves in circle and imagining the power of all of us women, souls can bring together when we show up for ourselves, our sisterhood, and our dreams. When we uplift each other, support each other, rise to our power together, we are fully capable of creating the life we deserve. And I believe that we are here together for a reason. We are here to make an impact. And the fact that you are here with me now, you are saying yes to discovering your life path, your purpose. I believe it's a miracle. And there's deeper purpose as to why we are here together. If you are new here, welcome to our circle, the Goddess Society, because I believe that all women are goddesses. I believe that we're not meant to walk this path alone. You have support and you have a sisterhood always moving forward, especially as a woman, chasing after your dreams in business and motherhood. You do not have to do it alone anymore. Repeat it with me silently to yourself. I do not have to walk this path alone anymore. We always rise higher together. And I open this sacred circle full of our sacred dream seeds. And may new dreams and abilities be discovered tonight. May we all blossom and grow as we move together with a prayer. Placing your hands in front of your heart, pressing gently to the heart chakra and feeling your energy for just a moment. Take notice of how you are feeling tonight, and any thoughts or emotions that are coming up for you. Whether you feel expansive, powerful, excited, maybe you have some limiting beliefs coming up. Maybe you're doubting yourself. Knowing that whatever you're feeling, it's natural and you're perfect wherever you are in your journey. Say a prayer together. Great Spirit, with humility and grace, we bow to you. We offer you our dreams and plant them as seeds now. We hope these dreams are on their way to us now. We can even feel it for ourselves. as we create and nourish and come to find our life's purpose together, the spiritual gifts and abilities that were meant to us from birth, our destiny. Allow us to release limiting beliefs and fears that are no longer serving our highest purpose and our highest good. Allow us to reclaim our power fully, to know our value and our worth, and to stop playing small, to stop standing in our own way, to stop creating excuses and limitations, to release the things we cannot control or change, to release the past and embrace our beautiful and sexy futures, and remember who we came to this earth to be, for the highest good of all. Om Shave Name, Om Shakti Ma. And so it is. Relaxing your hands down and taking notice of how those words feel, any emotions or thoughts that brought up for you. When you're ready, gently blinking open the eyes. I'd like to know in the chat how you are feeling tonight. We'll get ready to get started here. And if at any point you have questions, I'll try and pay attention to the chat, but I'm going to go off on the slides here. So if you're just joining us, we're going to talk about our life path numbers and how to calculate them tonight. So this is numerology. Bear with me here. Okay, so I'll tell you guys how to calculate your life path number. Before, I just want to say I've recently become obsessed with numerology, and that's something I tend to do. Whenever I find a new interest, I just become obsessed and I learn as much as I can about it. And numerology has really changed my life after discovering my life path number. As I said previously, I'm a life path number 9, and that has really led me to my soul's purpose. So I'll tell you guys how to calculate your own life path number. You'll want to get a sheet of paper and a pen, and then write out your birth date in all numbers. So my birthday is, for example, February 21st, 1993. So I would write it out as 2/21/1993. And then what you want to do is add the numbers together. So each number as a single digit, you add together. So for example, with my birthday, 0 + 2 + 2 + 1 + 1 + 9 + 9 + 3, which equals 27. Now, anytime there's a double digit, you want to reduce it down to a single digit unless your birthday reduces to an 11, a 22, or a 33. If your birthday reduces to 11, 22, or 33, you'll want to leave these as they are master numbers. Anything else that's a double digit, you want to reduce it down to a single digit. So for example, mine's 27. So 2 + 7 = 9, and I'm a life path 9. So I'll give you guys a few minutes to calculate your life path number, and then we'll go ahead and get started with each. I'll go through each life path number and tell you your spiritual gifts and abilities. So I'll give you a few minutes to do that, and then feel free, you can just keep it to yourselves. You don't need to tell me your number in the chat. We'll just go through each slide, and then you can learn what your gifts and abilities are. Go ahead and take your time. Had a busy day too. Sundays should be the day of rest, but they never end up being that way. All right. So once everyone has calculated their life path number, we'll go ahead and get started. Starting with life path number 1. Bear with me here, guys. I'm still figuring out Zoom. Okay. So if your birthday reduces to a 1, you are a life path number 1. And you are a natural born leader. You are someone who takes initiative and carves out your own path in life. Life path 1s are the most likely to become successful, well-known, and famous throughout history. You are driven and ambitious and will not be deterred by anything. You want to become number 1 all the time. Once frequency vibrates at the number 1, and you are the best manifestors of the life paths. Because of this, you're most likely to become extremely successful and famous. If you're not already using the law of attraction or magic to manifest, I highly suggest you do so as a life path 1, because your manifestations are going to become true quickly and powerfully. Life path 1s are the most likely to get attention and notoriety for the work that they do. You're a creative thinker, and you do your best when you're working alone. In fact, you can kind of become aggressive when working in groups. And that's just because you're a natural leader who tends to control things around you. Life path 1 people are naturally drawn to you and follow you because you are that inspiring. They look to you for guidance and inspiration because you have a strong, capable aura about you. 1 is the starting point for all numbers, and it represents new beginnings and the birth of all. Some numerologists believe that your life path number is representative of how many times you've reincarnated on Earth. So if you're a life path 1, you're a very young soul with many reincarnations ahead of you. I don't think there's any logical way for us to know how many times we've reincarnated. I think that we're not meant to know. I think it takes the mystery out of it if we did know. However, I will say that of the life paths I met, this does hold true. Life path 1s kind of have that very young energy, similar to astrology, how Aries are the babies of the zodiac. Life path 1s are the babies of numerology. And then life path number 9, which is the old soul, and the end, similar to how Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac and has old soul energy. So being young souls, you do have a lot to learn as a life path 1. 1 is a number of inspiration. You are the geniuses and innovators, the future entrepreneurs who come up with groundbreaking business plans. You are the ones that others look to for new ideas. You are not meant to work for anyone else. Simply, if you have a 9-to-5 job, you won't be happy creating anyone else's vision. You're meant to create your own vision and have people work for you. You are meant to be your own boss. You are meant to lead if you're a life path 1. In fact, you may be feeling a little bit lost if you're a life path 1 and you're struggling to hold down a 9-to-5 job. Maybe others view you as lazy or rebellious, but that is simply not the case. It is your destiny to be your own boss, to be an entrepreneur. You're blessed with this uniqueness that cannot be emulated. Unfortunately, in this society, uniqueness is often looked at as a bad thing, and we always try to conform to others. No one else is going to be doing what you are doing, and because of the unique aura you give off, you will often notice people trying to copy you and do what you are doing. You are truly inspiring. Some famous life path 1s are Nikolai Tesla, Miley Cyrus, Martin Luther King Jr., Steve Jobs, Lady Gaga, and Walt Disney. And that is because no one was doing what they were doing in their prime. They were catapulted. Sorry about that, guys. It looks like we got cut off. So they were catapulted into success because each one of them was doing something truly unique that no one else has ever done before at their time. And this is a prime example of a life path one. I also want to say that for life path ones, when you find your soul's purpose, your passion, the thing that you were meant to do, you're going to be the absolute best at it. And that is because you were doing the thing that no one else would think of. You're going to outshine everybody in that field. Some excellent career paths for the life path one are politics, real estate, entrepreneur, and communications. You are destined to succeed and you are destined to be number one. So life path 2. If your birthday reduces to a 2, then you are a life path 2. You are the empath. You vibrate at the 2 frequency, which means harmony. You're motivated by community and relationships. Life path 2, you are the peacekeepers and collaborators. Your intuition is your superpower. And you can pick up on other people's vibes, feelings, and emotions when you are around them. You need to be very careful to discern if emotions you are feeling are yours or other people's. As an empath, you can literally be in the same room as another person and feel their emotions as if they were your own. Life path 2s are extremely sensitive to the feelings of others and are generally reserved, tender, and kind-hearted people. You seek peace and balance when it comes to relationships and want everyone to be at peace. Life path 2, you are very giving and make sure others' needs are met before your own. You have that psychic gift and ability of empathy. As a 2, you take on others' needs and emotions as if they were your own. And you are very gifted intuitively. Your gut, your intuition is never wrong. So if something doesn't feel right for you, you should absolutely trust your gut instincts to do what is right. As a life path 2, you're an excellent people reader. You pick up on social cues, subtle hints, and mannerisms that most people miss out on. Because of this, you can know the true motives and soul of those around you. In numerology, each number radiates a specific energy. The number 2 is associated with pairs of things. It is a number of companionship, and you will not feel right when you are alone, as you need the help of others and to thrive in a community. As a 2, you deeply value partnership and benefit from long-term commitments more than most people. You thrive in a place where you can make connections with others. Life path 2s make excellent lawyers and therapists. Another spiritual gift you hold as the life path 2 is your first impression. You guys give off really good vibes to others. You know how you meet someone and you don't like how you feel around them. They just give you bad vibes. That does not happen with you, life path 2. People meet you and they just feel very good. You have a very good, charming energy about you. And more people want to be around you because of this. As you radiate at the number 2, you have an energy of harmony and balance. And because of this, life path 2 people are usually very attractive and have very symmetrical faces. You're naturally very beautiful with that boy next door, girl next door kind of look about you. And natural beauty is a strength in this world because people do judge others by their looks and people are naturally just drawn to you because of your energy. Because you vibrate at a harmonious level, you can easily get what you want from others. If you wanted to use this power for evil, you could easily manipulate others to get to the top, but that is simply not your nature. Some famous life path twos are Emma Watson, Julie Andrews, Ryan Reynolds, Jennifer Aniston, Orlando Bloom, and Meg Ryan. Each of these celebrities give off that two energy, and we like them because they are that likable boy girl next door. They're actors and actresses that you just like when they come on the screen because they're relatable. And they're all naturally very attractive people, which also helps our case. Life Path 2s make incredible actors because they are able to put themselves in the shoes of other people and are able to portray a character that is very likable. So, for an example, Rachel from Friends. Life Path 3. If your birthday reduces to a 3, then you are a Life Path 3. Your spiritual gift and ability is your creativity. You vibrate at the 3 frequency, and 3 is the number of creativity. 3 also represents rebirth and fertility, as it is not unlikely that in a past life you have mastered some form of creative talent, such as singing, dancing, acting, that you now carry in this life. You have a strong ability to express yourself artistically, and you have leadership qualities that are driven by your own imagination. As a Life Path 3, you love bringing people together and creating positive changes in the world. You have a strong creative passion and are really into the pursuit of this creative passion. Do not ignore the things that you want to pursue. It is likely something you've done and mastered in a past life, so that when you pursue it in this life, it comes very easy for you. You are meant to be the artist of the world. You create something beautiful for this world. The number 3 also radiates from the throat chakra. You guys are natural communicators, performers, natural singers, and actors. You make the best performers because you radiate from the throat chakra. Community is everything for the Life Path 3. You naturally have a burning desire to socialize and foster close relationships with others. You thrive in an environment where you can make a lot of friends. You are the social butterfly of the Life Path numbers, and you feel at ease when connecting with others. If you're Life Path 3, I can almost guarantee that your life's purpose involves creative expression. Don't ignore that, as this is your destiny. Some type of performing art, or just art in general, please pursue it. That is your destiny as a Life Path 3. Celine Dion and Christina Aguilera are great examples of a Life Path 3, because both singers have these amazing voices, and these are voices that you don't just take some vocal lessons and become good at in this life. This is something that they have mastered in a past life, and their soul remembered and picked it up in this life, and they went on to become so amazing. It's that natural talent. I'm telling you, Life Path 3s, you have natural creative talent that needs to be unleashed. This is your destiny. It's not enough for you to live out your autistic truth. You need to share it with others. You feel fully satisfied when you have an audience for your performances. You're talkative and typically outgoing. You're a peacemaker who strives to make the world a better place. Because of your integrity and love for the collective, Life Path 3, you excel in leadership roles and spaces that allow you to take charge. Another gift you hold as a 3 is that you can charm the pants off of anyone. You know what to say and when to say it, and you can sweet talk your way through any situation. You are very gifted with charisma and charm, and in this life, these gifts take you very, very far. So, life path 4. Bear with me here, guys. So if your birthday reduces to a 4, you are a life path 4. And you are good at literally anything you set your mind to. You have a drive and will to succeed that most people lack. Because of this, you exude an energy of capability that most people respect. People naturally respect your authority if you're a life path 4. That is something that I struggle with as a life path 9 because I come off as a bit aloof and I don't really have that aura of respect about me that a life path 4 has. But as a life path 4, you command that respect. You will notice that for people that you come into contact with as a life path 4, they naturally respect your boundaries because you come off as so capable. And that's a great gift to have in this material world because people favor those who come off as strong. If a life path 4 puts their mind to something, if you have a goal that you wish to achieve and you're willing to put in the work and dedication, you will make it happen. A lot of artists struggle to form their creative visions into work. Think a lot of the artists you may know who are geniuses, but they struggle to make money from their art. They struggle to make it into a business. That does not happen with the life path 4. You guys are able to ground your creative visions and turn them into tangible art and make them work for you. Leonardo da Vinci is a great example of a life path 4 because no other number could dedicate their work and turn their art into a masterpiece like he did. Everyone knows the Mona Lisa. You are dependable and deeply focused on creating a solid foundation for your life. Your gift is as a builder, teacher, and a pillar of our community. As a life path 4, you are grounded, sensible, and down to earth. You value hard work and look at life through a realistic lens. You are gifted with the material knowledge of this physical plane, which means if you pursue anything, you will be successful because you will do whatever it takes to reach your goal. And most people do not have the drive and sacrifice that you do. And you will always come out on top because of this. Structure is a major theme when it comes to the meaning of life path 4. You care deeply about building a solid foundation in life, one that will hold up no matter what life throws at you. As a life path 4, you are grounded in the material realm, which gives you major manifestation abilities and an impressive work ethic. This can also lead you to be overly strict with yourself. If you're a life path 4, focus on planting seeds of intention and creation. Have patience with your process and take care of your health. Donald Trump is a great example of a celebrity life path 4. Regardless of how you feel about him personally or as a past president, he has accomplished so much in his life. He is a multi-billionaire and a successful entrepreneur because he put in the work and the dedication it took to build an empire. As a life path 4, this is absolutely something that you are capable of once you find what it is that you want. As a life path 4, you can achieve whatever it is you want because you can ground your ideas into a realistic vision. In numerology, the number 4 corresponds with structure and strength. Logic and responsibility may sound boring or mundane, but it allows you to create an unshakable foundation in which you can build your wildest dreams upon. Kim Kardashian is another great example of a celebrity life path 4. Despite your feelings about the Kardashians, there is no denying that they have built an empire. Kardashian is a great example of a 4 because if you want something bad enough, in her case fame, you will achieve it. So if your birthday reduces to a 5, you are a life path 5. Oops, there. You thrive on adventure, thrill, and change. You give off bad boy or bad girl energy, and most people find this very alluring. You chase thrills, risk, and adventure, and that is because you vibrate on that 5 frequency. 5 represents change, which represents chaos and adventure. You're motivated by wanderlust, exploration, and personal life is unpredictable, often for you, life path 5, but that is how you like it. As a life path 5, you're drawn to adventure and crave independence. You are a free spirit and chase new experiences. As a life path 5, it is important for you to have strong level of autonomy in order to feel content. Life path 5s are focused on cultivating a spontaneous existence, full of adventure and acceleration. You are inquisitive and yearn for experience. You take life one day at a time and look for deeper meaning in the world around you. As a life path 5, you guys are going to find success when you are completely free. Working a 9 to 5 is not for you. Following someone else's schedule is going to make you very unhappy. You need a life of freedom and adventure. You are way too free-spirited for an office job, and that has to do with your life purpose here on Earth. I can guarantee you guys that if you're working at a job where you feel restricted or boxed in, this will quickly crash and burn in your face. Because as a 5, you are meant to be free and to travel and to make your own schedule. You feel stifled by repetitiveness, and it's likely that you will have many adventures and crazy experiences in your lifetime. You prefer to do things that are unique and interesting. If you're life path 5, you're resourceful, ambitious, and extremely focused on your objectives. You put all of your heart and soul into your projects. Because of your ever-changing nature, you find it hard to commit to anything you find boring or repetitive. Angelina Jolie and Mick Jagger are great celebrity examples of a life path 5 because they both exude this bad boy, bad girl energy that is super alluring and attractive. They have this seductive bad side to them, and this is very common for someone who vibrates at the 5 frequency. As a life path 5, you are easily the center of attention. You're natural born salespeople, and you are very witty. You want to experience everything in life at full speed ahead. Because of this nature, life path 5s can also tend to self-destructive behaviors such as drugs, alcohol, or just high-risk lifestyles. If you're a life path 5, you must find balance between your rebellious and naturally chaotic nature to find stability. Because you thrive in the extreme, you need to be careful to not go overboard. Problems can arise for you 5 if you are not responsible with your gifts. This usually only happens if you haven't found your true life's purpose and you become restless. You guys are the survivors of the life path numbers, and you can thrive through anything, no matter what life throws at you. You welcome the challenge and change. You never let anyone walk all over you or a bad situation get the best of you. You're innovative and will find a way to thrive. Even when life throws you curveballs, you'll find a way to come out on top because you have that strength and resilience. As a 5, you cannot stand injustice. They bother you on a soul level. And because of this life path 5, you are the one with the strength to stand up against structures that are outdated, restricting systems, laws, and rules. Because you have this natural rebelliousness inside of you. I truly believe that a lot of life path 5s are indigo children. And that is because of their natural ability to rebel. That rebellion is a spiritual gift, and you are able to see when things are no longer working for the collective. And when things are unfair, you have the drive to tear down old systems and build back better. Abraham Lincoln is a great example of a life path 5. He saw the injustice of slavery and he fought against them. And because of that, he changed America and the world forever. Your rebelliousness is there for a reason. And because of this, you are meant to change the world and make it a better place. Take a little tea break. Life path 6. If your birthday reduces to a 6, you are a life path 6. You are blessed with empathy and creativity. And that is because the number 6 radiates from the heart chakra. You are heart-centered people, and you radiate mainly from your heart chakra. Life path 6, you are family-oriented, empathetic, and extremely compassionate. You have an affinity for home and family life, and you live in service for others. You have keen instincts that border on being parental, so you are very nurturing with your loved ones. You may find that frequently you get taken advantage of, or you feel that others don't give you the same love that you give to them. And that's because you are right. As a life path 6, no one is capable in giving love the same way that you are, or loving people as much as you do. You have a Christ-like consciousness and can love people in unconditional ways, despite what they look like or what their path of life is. Being a life path 6 brings harmony to your life. You are sensitive to others' needs, and you make a great counselor because you have an understanding for the desires of people. As a life path 6, it's important for you to be able to support those around you in meaningful ways. You have a strong connection to family, and domestic relationships play an important role in your life. Your ability to love is so powerful that people can meet you once and their lives are changed forever by your ability to love and your huge heart. I truly believe that life path 6 people are our Earth's angels, that they are angels sent to Earth to show what unconditional love is and to make the world a better place. You make the best parents. In fact, you were meant to be a parent, and that's because you have that natural nurturing energy as a life path 6. If you look at 6, it even looks like a pregnant woman. So you guys are someone who absolutely should reproduce because you are very nurturing and loving. Fairness and stability are important to the life path 6. You have the heart and nobility to guide others to peaceful resolutions. You are also natural leaders who have a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. As a 6, you have the ability to be creative when solving conflicts. John Lennon is a great example of a life path 6. John Lennon made beautiful music from his heart. On top of that, he was someone who could not face the war in the 60s. Him and his wife, Yoko Ono, were well known in the hippie community. And that is something that is very prominent in a life path 6. Because as a 6, you are idealistic. You see the world for what it could be. You see the world through rose-colored glasses. And when you see things in the world that are ugly or upsetting, you want to change it. John Lennon was also known for his wife, Yoko Ono. And this is very common for a life path 6, because you are actually someone who thrives in healthy, loving relationships with a long-term partner that you can trust in your very family-oriented nature. Because you are a natural caregiver, life path 6, you may find yourself taking care of others in need and others' needs before your own. Your altruistic nature may cause you to have a tendency to sacrifice yourself for others. Other famous examples of a life path 6 are Eleanor Roosevelt, Michael Jackson, John Denver, and Britney Spears. Life Path 7. If your birthday reduces to a 7, then you are a Life Path 7. As a 7, your spiritual gift and ability is your intelligence. No one is as smart as you are, 7. Your spiritual gift and ability is your intellect. You are constantly trying to find truth in this world, and you seek knowledge. You try to bridge the gap between science and spirituality. You have an analytical and investigative mind, and you try to find out all of life's mysteries. You are always questioning the world around you and seeking deeper knowledge. Not everyone is gifted with the brains that you guys have. If you feel that you are stupid or maybe you struggled in school, I'm here to tell you guys that you are intelligent and to absolutely don't believe that about yourself. Unfortunately, being gifted with such high intelligence comes with a lot of neuroticism. The reason for this is that when your mind is very active and you think a lot, when you're super intelligent, you not only think about the possibilities, you also think about everything that could go wrong. You over-criticize yourself, and that is your biggest challenge as a Life Path 7, is realizing when you are being neurotic and quieting the mind. As a Life Path 7, you aren't satisfied with a surface level explanation. You are constantly digging beneath the surface and searching for deeper meaning. It also points to a very spiritual life path journey, as 7s must learn to find balance between applying the logical reasoning to life while honoring their strong sense of mystical intuition. You seek to understand how the world works and why we are here. You are very, very intelligent, more intelligent than the average person, and you are highly perfectionistic because of this. The sooner you realize your gifts and stop self-deprecating, the sooner you'll be in alignment with your soul's purpose. Your strengths and abilities always coincide with your soul's purpose. You have a very intellectual aura and energy that favors logic, research, and deep exploration of ideas. You are, however, just as spiritual as you are sensible. This life path journey is incredibly intuitive and otherworldly, and 7s typically are in touch with their own psychic energy. Elon Musk is an excellent example of a Life Path 7, as he is a searcher and seeker of truth and deeper meaning. He is a spiritual being of high intelligence. No one else but a Life Path 7 could launch such innovative companies as Tesla and SpaceX as Elon has. That is a true gift of a Life Path 7. Your extreme intelligence. He investigates the unknown and seeks the answers to the meaning of life. He is an analytical thinker, capable of great concentration and theoretical insight. Elon is a lone wolf who lives by his own ideas and methods. Marilyn Monroe is another excellent example of a Life Path 7 because of her intelligence. Just looking at her quotes that are still relevant to this day, you can tell by the way she spoke and the things she spoke about that she was a highly intelligent person. Monroe was extremely self-conscious and self-deprecating, that it led to her eventual demise and suicide by drugs and alcohol. This is a common problem with the Life Path 7, is that sometimes they try to numb their own intelligence with drugs or alcohol or unhealthy addictions, because sometimes your mind can just become too much. Marilyn Monroe is someone who is remembered throughout history, not just for her beauty and for her sex appeal, but because she inspired so many, and she is still inspiring to this day. Other celebrity Life Path 7s include Andy Warhol, Heath Ledger, Princess Diana, and Johnny Depp. It is extra important for the Life Path 7 to align their physical awareness with their metaphysical consciousness and to allow both parts of themselves to coexist. It can be easy for a life path 7 to get caught up in the purely rational and science-based thinking, but at their core, they are deeply spiritual and mystical beings. You're amazing problem solvers because at your intelligence, you are able to see any problem, get into the heart of it, and fully see why people act the way they do. You guys make great psychologists because you were able to see beyond what people tell you and recognize the patterns and why they act the way they do. Life path 8. If your birthday reduces to an 8, you are a life path 8. You guys are meant to experience material abundance in this lifetime. When you incarnated on this earth, your highest self decided that you need to experience material abundance in order to fulfill your soul's purpose. I'm talking vacations, having extra money, luxuries, being able to afford the nice things. These are all things that are meant for you if you're a life path 8. Lucky you. Your value and missions are connected to discipline, success, and influence. You are driven by the idea of being accomplished in this life. You are highly ambitious and skilled. These are traits due to your self-discipline and need for success. Now, some life path 8s won't live up to their 8 energy and experience that material abundance. They will choose to fail. And this does happen. If you're a life path 8 that chooses to be true to yourself and vibrate at that 8 frequency, you are destined for material success and you will be very materially abundant. Now, unfortunately, life path 8s experience their fair share of karma. And that is because looking at the number 8, it looks like an infinity symbol. Some life path 8s will experience what it is like to be very, very poor in this lifetime because it isn't a learning experience for them. So when they become materially abundant, they learn how to be humble. They learn how to manage their money. Life path 8s make excellent entrepreneurs, influencers, self-employed business owners, and spiritual seekers. It's important for life path 8s to have a sense of authority, and you will often seek out leadership roles and responsibilities because money and control are central to your core values. The unique journey of a life path 8 involves stepping into your power and using your influence responsibly. Life path 8s, you naturally possess amazing business skills. You're meant to succeed in the material world. You're meant to be financially taken care of. Being a life path 8, you are all about attaining success and connecting with your inner power. It's important for you to find harmony between the universe and material matters, aligning your soul and drive for success. As a life path 8, you commit to discipline, hard work, and therefore you're rewarded with success with your endeavors. You are meant to experience what it is like to be wealthy and rich. This is your spiritual gift. Martin Scorsese is a great example of a life path 8. He is one of the finest directors of our time. Scorsese is a typical 8 and has some of the dark characteristics that a life path 8 usually possesses. This comes out in his movies. The most popular movies admire mobsters, drugs, prostitution, infidelity, crime, etc. Though Scorsese doesn't necessarily practice these things himself, he is a famous example of a life path 8 because these things tempt and fascinate him, as seen in his films. Elizabeth Taylor is another great example of a famous life path 8. She made a name for herself throughout history, not only being an actress, but with her fashion and perfume line. She was one of the first women in her time to create such an empire, and that is what a life path 8 is capable of. You guys are gifted with the ability of strength. You are strong people. In fact, a lot of times people in your life come to you for strength and support because of you're radiating this capability. You're a capable person that people come to in hard situations. You hold your composure very well and come off very classy. You are naturally very put together, and because of that, people respect you. Life path 9. If your birthday reduces to a 9, you are a life path 9. As a life path 9, you're the tortured artist. Every life path 9 I have known, myself included, has succeeded in some sort of creative writing. You are extremely talented and creative because you can see the dark side in life. You thrive in the darkness and sadness, and through that, you create something beautiful. Whether it's art, a vision, or poetry, any creative idea you have, you thrive in the dark and gloomy. You thrive in the dysfunctional because in that low spot, you create art that changes the world forever. As a life path 9, your core values and overall mission in life is one of mutability, humanitarianism, and spiritual alignment. You have a deep drive to be of service to others and share insights that you have gained to benefit the world around you. You are an old soul. In fact, that last number of the life path, indicating that you have lived many lifetimes before this one. Some really great examples of a life path 9 include Janae Aiko, Bob Marley, Jim Carrey, Kurt Cobain, and Mother Teresa. You thrive in the gloom and doom, and you make your best art when you were in that low place. But you need to learn how to not stay in that place of self-destruction, that place of depression. Because a lot of times you have a tendency to create from that low place. You get stuck there, and eventually it leads to your demise. The path of a 9 is to help others heal. You are the type to help others no matter how busy you are. 9s are here to serve the collective and are often born psychic with the ability to heal. If you are a 9, you may be deeply affected by the news of bombings, killings, cruelty to animals or children, deforestation of jungles and land, because people born under 9 are deeply compassionate humanitarians. You see how ugly the world can be. You see all the injustice. You internalize it, and it hurts you as if it were your own problem. Because you have this deep empathy, you have a deep love for the world and are idealistic in nature. A lot of the time, the world really gets you down. As I've said, Kurt Cobain is a classic life path 9. He was a tortured artist. Bob Marley was a tortured artist. Janae Aiko, one of my favorite artists of all time, is a tortured artist, and her emotion really comes out in her music. We are all just tortured artists. That deep pain, that deep emotion is what makes your art so beautiful. You are natural healers with a healing energy. You would do well as teachers, healers, Reiki practitioners, therapists, anything that has to do with healing. Because you were sent here with this heavy heart to heal the world. You are so inspiring and don't even realize that you are. Because you are so stuck in your own heads, feeling all of these dark things. Meanwhile, the world is looking at you in admiration, but you are totally oblivious. And that is the beautiful thing about the Life Path 9. You carry deep wisdom, and you have been here many times. And because of that, animals and people are very attracted to your healing nature. Life Paths 11, 22, and 33. If your birthday reduces to the numbers 11, 22, or 33, if your birthday reduces to the numbers 11, 22, or 33, this is a master number, and these are the master numbers in numerology. And this is confirmation that you are a starseed. A starseed is a multidimensional being, and you were chosen to incarnate into the human form to have a human experience and usher the world into the age of Aquarius. These numbers signify three phases of creation: building, envisioning, and sharing. The number 11 is a visionary and creator. The number 22, the architect who builds a vision. And the number 33 delivers it to the world. You are the indigos, crystal, and rainbow children. You have galactic origins and reside on higher dimensions in past lives, and you chose to become a human to help enlighten the world. If you are a life path 11, 22, or 33, you came to this world with the gifts of psychic ability, higher frequency, and a very great burden. A huge mission that you must complete while you're here on Earth. Your life purpose and your destiny is to enlighten many. You came here for a very big purpose. That purpose is to enlighten humanity. The first master number is 11, and it represents your instincts, subconscious, sensitivity, and intuition. Your intuition is very important to you. This can cause you to have extreme anxiety and a lot of nervous energy. You probably have paranoia for no apparent reason. If you aren't focused on something specific, your energy can go all over the place. But when you put that nervous energy into something specific, you can create something magical. As a life path 11, letting your instincts guide you rather than looking for tangible evidence is very important. You vibrate at the number 1 twice. So you are meant to be natural leaders. You also vibrate at the 2 frequency. So your intuition is magnified. You are meant to lead people into spirituality. Do not ignore your psychic gifts. You may have prophetic dreams. This is very common in a life path 11. And you are highly intuitive healers. You are natural oracles, tarot readers, astrologists. Famous example of a life path 11 is Pharrell. The second master number is 22, and it represents balance, confidence, creativity, and intelligence. Master number 22 represents a powerful sense of productivity and bringing ideas to life. If you are a life path 22, you have no problem completing tasks. You possess the gift of being able to efficiently make your dreams into reality. You are meant to create something that will impact the world in a positive way. You're meant to build an empire to usher in the age of Aquarius. You are meant to be successful. You are meant to be remembered. You are brought here with a very high spiritual mission. You guys are going to create this new world. Never doubt yourselves. You vibrate at a very high frequency. So you often feel different, like you don't fit in. That's because you are different. A famous example of a life path 22 is Tupac. The third master number is the number 33, and it represents the most spiritually evolved of the master numbers. As a life path 33, you possess the ability to bestow knowledge and truth onto the world. Number 6 influences the number 33 with its vibrations of humility, nurturing, and compassion. It is a higher vibration of the life path, and it is extremely rare. The master number 33 takes both strengths that 11 and 22 possess, putting them into one. Because of this, you have double disadvantages. Mastering yourself is one of the hardest things to overcome if you are a life path 33. You are a highly creative and kind person who, on the flip side, can be overly judgmental and overly critical if you are not balanced. It is your destiny to be a spiritual teacher. You are meant to show unconditional love and share esoteric knowledge to the masses. You exude Christ-like consciousness. You are the voices of the underdogs. You are meant to bring the world into a higher vibration by teaching about the laws of attraction. A famous example of a life path 33 is Sinead O'Connor. All right, so that wraps up the life path numbers. If you're still with me, go ahead and let me know how you're doing in the chat. Thank you guys for being here this long. That is all I have on the life paths for you tonight. If you made it this far, just let me know how you're feeling. Yes, it is super interesting. Hopefully you learned something and learned about yourself and your path in life. So we'll go ahead and close out this webinar tonight with a quick visualization practice. Go ahead and close your eyes. And we'll just take a couple breaths here together like we did in the beginning. Just centering our thoughts, centering ourselves. And I want you to visualize your highest self now knowing your life path number. I want you to visualize what your life looks like, knowing your spiritual gifts and abilities. What is your ideal life path? Visualize your highest self. What are you doing? What do you look like? Where do you work? Where are you living? Who is around you? And what does it look like? What kind of impact are you having? What are you creating? How are you going to change this world for the better, for the collective? Visualize that now. Go ahead and open your eyes. And I invite you to take some time and journal. Let's say for 5 minutes about what you just visualized for yourself, for your life path. See how empowering this can be. Write about the person you saw in your visualization, what kind of goals you're chasing after, how you can better the world, knowing your spiritual gifts and abilities. I did this practice after finding my life path number, and it was really, really inspiring and pointing me in the right direction of my life. And I think it's important to realize that we all have a purpose here on earth. We are all here to make a difference, make an impact. We need to find our unique gifts and abilities and our own unique path, because we don't want to keep trying what others are doing if it's not meant for us. Once we know what's meant for us, we can really change the world and vibrate at our frequency.
When you're home, when you're younger, don't know how it happened. Got me spinning round to tell you the truth, so you can say I didn't want you. I'm big, but I'm blue. Be sure you do.
Once you're done journaling and you've wrapped it up about your highest self and where you see yourself, knowing your life path number, knowing your spiritual gifts and abilities, and you have that goal in mind and know how to go after it, I invite you to do a closing meditation with me. Just gently closing the eyes. Do 3 breaths here together. Inhaling through the nose, deeply all the way into the hips. Full inhale. Exhale. Letting it out, whatever sound comes naturally. Do this one more time. Full inhale. See if you can inhale, suck in just a little more air. And exhale. Release it. Release that stress. Keep the eyes closed. And I want you to say this silently with me. I envision my highest self, and I am becoming the best version of myself. I am aware of my spiritual gifts and abilities, and I am making them come true. I create my reality, and I am capable of greatness. I will use my spiritual gifts and abilities to make the world a better place, to benefit the collective. With that, I open my heart and my mind to all possibilities with gratitude. Gently opening the eyes, and we'll take our hands to our hearts and bow down with a Satnam. Satnam, and thank you. Thank you for sharing your time with me here tonight. I know it was a lot of information, but I really hope that this has helped you to discover your life path and your purpose in life. If you've been feeling lost, or maybe you just needed more direction in life on what to go after and where to focus your energy. And I would like to invite you. I am offering coaching one-on-one on numerology. If you want to go deeper into this and really go in depth with what you've journaled tonight on your path to your highest self, I would love to work one-on-one with you. And I will be offering a discount for this. So if that's something you would like to do, I mean, no pressure or anything, no feelings hurt if that's not something you're interested in, but it's something I really feel called to do to help others. So I will leave the details on my website in this recording, and I'll post the recording in the Goddess Society group afterwards. Or if you want to, you can just direct message me for information on one-on-one coaching on numerology. Not, you all have a good night, and thank you so much for spending your Sunday night with me. Bye.